Hi, it's Allison, your certified personal trainer. And today we're going to learn how to squat, hinge, sumo squat, and forward lunge. We're going back to the basics. We're going to take it really slow, and I'm going to show you lots of modifications. We'll do 10 reps of each move and then go through it twice. So if you're coming with me, let's do this. First move is a squat. I want you to bring your feet about hip distance apart. Toes are going to be parallel. So to start, we'll keep our hands on our hips, but to advance, we'll move our arms up, but we're not there yet. So you want to make sure that your knees are tracking over your toes. You want to push your booty back and then keeping a nice flat back and chest. So you don't want to fall like this. You want to keep it nice and straight. So I'm going to show you from the side too. So this is important. You don't want to start arching like this. You want to keep that tailbone tucked. So you're going to push back so that that tailbone is tucked. You have a flat back and then your booty's going down. Feeling this in the glutes, the hamstrings, the quads, and then coming back up. Never letting your chest fall, okay? You want to have an active chest as well. So that's level 1 with hands on hips. If you want to make this harder, you can bring your hands overhead. And it's the same thing with the lower body, same thing with the upper body, but now you have more weight above you. So you're going to come back, keeping the heels planted into the floor, squeeze that booty, and then stand up. Here it is from the side. So you can see my chest doesn't fall, I don't fall, my chin doesn't fall. I stay nice and still. And then I'll show you from the back. So again, no arching in my low back. I'm sitting back, knees tracking over my toes, and up and squeeze. Okay? That's our first move. We're gonna go for 10 of them. For the first round, I'll keep my hands on my hips. Second round, I'll go up. All right, here we go. So feet hip distance apart or a little bit narrow or wider. You have to kind of play around with that and see what feels good for you. Hands on hips, chest is open, shoulders down and relaxed. We're gonna go down, down, down. So you see my knees are tracking over my toes, but I can still see my toes. Heels are planted into the ground. Up and up. Down, down, up, up. Good. 10 of these. Really taking it slow. If your knees are hurting, decrease your range of motion. Engaging those lower abdominals. That was 4. I'm going to turn to the side. Down. We're moving nice and slow, keeping that really engaged low back. Up, up, down, down. Feeling those glutes, feeling those quads start to light up. Down. Make sure you're breathing. Up, up. 2 more. Down, down, up, up. Last one. Down, down, up, up. Congrats, 10 squats. Okay, next move is a hinge. Some people call it a deadlift. I'm going to show you from the front and the side. So it's pretty similar to a squat. So you're going to bring your feet hip distance again, toes are parallel. You're going to bring your hands onto your thighs. You're going to have a baby bend in those knees. And now you're basically kind of just like reaching down for something, but you're hinging from the hips and you're keeping the shoulder blades back so that you have, again, that flat back. So here's it from the front, squeezing your glutes, pushing your booty back like you're trying to open a door with your butt, sliding those hands down. So not letting my arms fall forward or my neck tuck in, keeping a nice neutral, strong back. Breathing. And then slowly coming up. In this exercise, we're targeting our glutes and our hamstrings. I want to show you from the side too. So again, feet hip distance, toes parallel, shoulders back, relax, breathe. And then here we go, baby bend in the knees, and then really hinge at the waist, bend those knees, shoulder blades back, push the booty back, and then come up, squeeze the tush. All right, here we go. Let's go for 10. We go down, down, down. We're taking it nice and slow. Up, up, up. Really slow. Remember, you can only go as far as you can. Decrease your range of motion. You do not have to go all the way to the floor. You can just come to the knees if that feels good and come up. And now this move was really hard for me to learn because I always felt it in my low back. What I had to learn was to really put the strength and the emphasis on my glutes, my butt. I'm going to turn forward now for the last few. Down, 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 up, up, up. 2 more. Down, down, up. I'm concentrating. So these are some really important foundational moves. Last one, we come up and up. Breathe. Now we're going to move into our sumo squat. So far we've worked glutes, hamstrings, back of the thighs, some quads, your thighs. Now we're going to step out nice and wide. Heels in, toes are pointed out. Tailbone again, tucked under. You don't want to arch that low back. You're going to hurt yourself. Hands on hips. We're targeting now the inner thighs and the outer glutes. So hands on hips, shoulders back, tailbone tucked. Think of a string pulling you up from the top of your head. And we go down and up. So knees still track over toes. We're just going in a different direction now. So you're really going to feel it right here in those inner thighs. Make sure you're breathing, keeping the chest lifted. Tucking that tailbone, never an arched low back. Oh my goodness, you are going to give yourself low back pain if you do that. Keeping it nice and slow. I love this move. I think this is one of my favorites. Squeeze your butt at the top. And remember, modification, just go a little bit less range of motion, a little smaller range of motion, that's all. Down and up. Let's do 2 more. Down and up. Excellent. Okay, last move to learn is a forward lunge. This one's a little tricky. It requires balance. So you're gonna bring your hands to your hips. You're gonna step that left foot forward. Now, it's important here that you give yourself some nice room. So you're on train tracks, not like a tightrope. So you step out, toes forward, back heel is lifted, hips are facing forward, proud chest, string pulling you up from the top. You go down, up, step it in. We'll stay on that left leg. Here we go. Down, pressing down through that left toe. Knee tracks over. Everything's then going down. Tailbone's down, stepping it in. I'll show you from the side. Out and in. Beautiful. So you're going to feel this in the back leg. Basically your entire lower body. Also, we're really focusing a lot on hips too because we have to keep the hips nice and steady. Make sure you're breathing, keeping the chest lifted. Let's go 3 more. 3. And again, decrease range of motion. So maybe take it a little bit. 2 more. 2, staying light on those toes. And 1. Let's go for the other side. So, right foot steps forward. Make sure that right knee starts to track over that right toe. Bringing the left knee down, hips face forward, back heels lift, and then step it in. So this is a forward lunge, moving nice and slow, breathing. So this is the last move, and then we'll go through everything again. So here's from the side. So again, tailbone is tucked. I'm not going like this. I'm not going like this. I'm staying nice and strong and tall, and then stepping in. Down. And I'm not stepping too far out. I'm really trying to stay in my comfort zone right now where I can keep good form. One more. Excellent, breathe. Okay, so those were the moves. Really foundational moves. We're gonna take it from the top one more time so that we get a little bit more comfortable. This time I'm gonna bring my hands up for the squat. You do not have to. Remember, you can always keep your hands at your hips. So, arms are up, framing my ears. Feet hip distance apart, toes parallel. Keep the weight in the heels of your feet. We bring the knees to track over the toes, pushing the booty back. Good. Don't let anything fall. Keep it nice and proud. Squeeze that back. And then up, down, down. I'm shaking. Up, up. So it's really important that we understand these basic exercises because they come into play then in every single workout. We have to know how to activate our glutes. We have to know how to activate the quads so that we know that we're working the correct muscles so that we're not hurting ourselves. Breathing. Let's go 5 more. 5. Nice and slow. And 4. Go to the front. 3. Remember, everyone's range of motion is going to look different. 2. Last one. 1. Excellent. We go back into our hinge. So I'll show you from the front. We'll start from the front, then I'll turn to the side. So hands on hips, hip distance apart, shoulders back, tuck that tailbone, squeeze the booty. Give me a bend in those knees, and then really hinge from the waist, bending the knees, gliding the hands down. Shoulders are not rounding, keeping a nice straight back, and then coming up. Activating the glutes, the hamstrings. Even feeling this in your lower abdominals. So you're keeping everything super strong, super tight. Keep it moving. Round 2. So even if you're a pro and you've done these moves a ton of times, it's always good to go back to the basics, slow it down, and really make sure that your form is perfect or as close to as possible for you, and that you're taking your time, making sure you're targeting the right muscles. Because it's easy when it's a quick workout to start to let your form go. But when it's slow, you really need to think about it. 1 more. Make sure you're breathing. And up. Perfect. Sumo squat. You're gonna come out nice and wide, heels in, toes out, knees are gonna track over those toes. I'm gonna lift my arms up this time. Keeping proud chest. We go down, tailbones tucked, and squeezing up. Down, and up. Feeling those inner thighs, outer glutes, keeping the tailbone tucked. I know I'm a broken record, but if you arch your low back here, it's going to hurt, and then you puff your chest. Oy, I promise you it's not gonna be good. So you wanna move nice and slow through these. Really thinking about those muscles, those inner thighs and those outer glutes. I'm shaking, and this is just body weight. Let's go 3 more. 3. 2, and 1. Gently let it go. Ooh, roll those shoulders. Okay, last move, which I think is pretty difficult because now we're not going to be standing on both feet distributed evenly. We're going to be going into that lunge, hands on hips. We'll start with the left leg first. Remember, step it forward, back heel lifts, press down through that front left big toe, down, and then step it in, staying light on those toes, really important. Don't drag your foot here. Don't do that. We don't want that. And in. Show you from the side. And there's so many variations of lunges. You've got forward lunge, back lunge, side lunge, curtsy lunge, diagonal lunges, Bulgarian lunges. I mean, there's everything. So the lunge is a really great move to master, to conquer, so that then you can take it to the next level. And this is the forward lunge. Keep moving. One more. Bring it in, breathe, moving to the right foot. 3, 2, 1. Forward. Make sure that front knee tracks over that toe, that back knee goes straight down. It doesn't touch the floor, it doesn't need to. And then step it back in. And out. This is our last move of our basics today, our lower body basics. And I just want to say thank you so much for slowing it down with me and learning and refreshing our memories on how to do our exercises safely and effectively so that we work the correct muscles and don't get hurt. 5 more. 5. I'll turn to the side. And 4. Feeling those quads, feeling the glutes, hamstrings. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Excellent. Let's do a quick stretch for the back of the legs, and then we're out of here. So I want you to cross that left leg over the right. Inhale the arms up, and forward fold. Let your head, neck, and chin be heavy. You can round your shoulders now, the exact opposite of what I've been saying this whole time. And you're going to feel this in the back of your leg, the calf, the hamstring, up into the glute. We really worked the back of our bodies today. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very slowly walk your hands up those legs. Head is last to lift so we don't get dizzy. And then we'll switch the leg. Right leg over left. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Round. Let that head be heavy. Tuck the chin. Look at your legs. Feel the back of the leg. Glute, hamstring, calf. Breathe here. Enjoy your stretch. Bring your hands to your legs and very gently come up. Nice and slow. Head is last to lift. Uncross the legs. And congratulations, we did it. We learned some basic lower body exercises today, and we ran through them 2 times. Please remember to come back to this video anytime you need a refresher on how to squat, hinge, sumo squat, or forward lunge. Really important moves, really important to activate the correct muscles and stay safe. So thank you so much. I'm Allison, and I'll see you next time. Bye.